Hello, Captains! Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, what you see in front of you is Star Trek Online. This is Deep Space Nine. We are in sector space at the moment. What you are not seeing, however, is the brand new Deep Space Nine that is coming out in the expansion called Victory is Life. This is, in fact, the older DS9 before, pre-Victory is Life. I am recording this the night before Victory is Life launches. And the reason why is because Deep Space Nine is getting a huge overhaul for the Victory is Life expansion. The outside and the inside are getting a big overhaul. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to make a comparison video between the two Deep Space Nines so that we can see the differences they are making. So this is before Victory is Life expansion is being released. And we're going to go take a tour of Deep Space Nine. And then I'm going to cut in on this video and come back when the expansion has been released and do another tour of Deep Space Nine so you can compare them in this same video. Let's approach Deep Space Nine. I am on my character Ensign Ricky. It has been a long time since we've used this character here, and I thought it would be a good idea to bring him out for this new expansion that's coming out, because he needs a lot of work, and we are going to have to do some new leveling once this comes out. We're going to have to take a character and make him 65 because the max cap is going to be 65 in the future. So I thought maybe we can use Ensign Ricky for that to demonstrate some new things. But first, the first thing I want to look at here is Deep Space Nine, because naturally this is going to be a big part of the expansion. So, first of all, this is before the expansion. This is what Deep Space Nine has looked like for a very long time in the game. I'm going to turn off the HUD. There we go. And we can see what it looks like, well, from afar, first of all. This is, of course, the older design, the previous design. And it is shaped fairly good. From a distance, it maybe looks like it needs to be stretched out a little more. Maybe it's a little more close together than it should be, because remember, starships have to dock at all these ports. But this is what it looks like right now before the big expansion patch. So let's fly up to it. We will beam down and take a look inside as well, because it's both inside and outside they're giving it an overhaul. So let's creep up to it here and just take a look at it, how it looks like now, and keep this in your mind so that later in the video you can see what the new version looks like. It looks very good. It has looked very good, but it looks a little, I don't know, pushed together. I think that the real Deep Space Nine was a little more pulled out, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain that, just pulled out a little more. But the basic shape is there, and the detail is good with what they have had in the game for a long time. It just seems a little small for what it is, and like I said, a little more pushed together. Promenade through those windows, of course, and supposedly the new version was supposed to have where you could see inside, but they decided not to do that because it was going to degrade performance too much. So let's just, keep this model in mind here. Keep this in your brain when we come back. There's the wormhole, a good example of how the wormhole looks compared to it. Seems a little close to the wormhole, maybe. Let's go underneath it a bit. The texturing and all is very good on it for this game, but I cannot wait to see how they improve the exterior in the new version. Here, of course, would be the fusion core at the bottom. So that's the basic look of the station as it is right now before the expansion releases. That's a good view of it. One more as we come up top here. And now that we've taken a look at the outside, let's beam down and take a look at the inside. Dock at DS9. Now, as we look at, let me check my volume real quick. I feel like it's too low. Oh, it is too low. That's why I can't hear anything. Okay, so this is, of course, the, I guess you would call the promenade level, the whatever ring level this is. In this game, it's basically the ground floor. There is an upper floor you can visit, and then there is, of course, the ops room you can visit and all that. So this is where you beam in, and would be one of the hatches here. Let's go clockwise. As we go around, we come to the tailor room. Currently, again, this is the previous design, the older design, the design before the expansion, so that we can compare it. Just a little room here. We've got the security officer. If we go down here, we have various things you can do in this room. You've got your exchange, medical officer, other things here that you can do. I'm just trying to remember what all is here, your mail, so that we can compare it to the new Deep Space Nine, the bank, and the mail. So this is basically your access to all your social stuff here. Okay, let's go back out. This room leads nowhere. We don't have the constable's office, which is going to be in the expansion. We've got your merchants here, some merchants. And just take a look at the overall lighting. It's very bright in here, very lit up. We've got a negotiated deal guy, nothing behind this counter. Quark's Bar, and right in front of Quark's Bar is the Bajoran Temple. If we go into the temple, there is one of the orbs back here. You can't look at it, but supposedly there's an orb in there. So that's big and open. And then right across the street is Quark's Bar. And as we go into Quark's Bar, we have to load a different instance. And we have some really bright blue in here. But we got the bartender. I guess we got Morn. Yeah, that is Morn. We have Ferengi, of course, Hadron. We've got GPL conversion, chairs. We look up toward the top. We can actually go up there. I don't think there's anything up there, but if we go around here, it does allow us to go up to the top. First, the mid-level. So you've got this, like, more private eating area up here. A trader, Zion. And as we continue going up, we hit this very top level up here, very elite. Now we're at the top. We've got Garcon, a shady bar patron. And just really some tables up here, nothing much. People having an argument. And of course, all the way back down. So that's how Quark's Bar is currently, right now, before the patch, for the new expansion. This doesn't go anywhere. Another hatch. And this is just a little armory office area, weapon master. There's nothing really on this side of the walls here. We've got this area used to be all the Task Force Omega stuff, reputation stuff. some more, you know, little quests and things to do, duty officers or security officer or whatever. Yes, and then this area is basically your ship, setting up all your ship stuff. You have your ship selector and ship equipment, acquire ships, manage ships, repair ships. All the ship stuff is basically in this big room. And we're pretty much back to where we started. We've got some vendors here. Got a Mugatu handler, commodity broker. Some more vendors here. And yeah, you're back to where we beam in. So that's pretty much this level. The Odo's office isn't there. There's a lot of things that are going to be there in the new expansion, but they're not here right now. So this is how it currently is. And we can take the turbo lift here up to the upper level, and there's literally nothing up here. The windows, you can see the wormhole. I'm stuck on a bench. You can see the wormhole, so that's very nice. That's very a cool addition right there, is to see the wormhole. And you can see across DS9. No, really, we can't really see that far out across DS9, but there's literally nothing on this upper level right now. It's blank. And so I'm looking forward to seeing if the new expansion does anything to include things here on this upper level. That could be interesting. There's obviously a lot of space to work with here. And they're going to, the whole inside's going to be remodeled anyway, so it's going to be a different model. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. It's quite big up here on this second level. I mean, there's a lot, look at that up to the ceiling. There's a lot of room here. So this model is very big already. I mean, it goes all the way around. It's a complete circle. So this model is pretty big inside. Reminds me a lot of the old ESD, you know, one big circle. I'm sure they took inspiration from that. Or took inspiration from this to make ESD, whichever way it was. But yeah, there's a lot of nothing up here, as you can see, just a lot of nothing. So I'm interested to see what they do with the expansion. Are they going to put stuff up here? And then, of course, you can go to operations. Now, this area is a lot more detailed, a lot more lighting and texturing and colors and stuff up here. And we've got Adina Charles. We've got, of course, Captain Gora and Captain James Kurland are up here. We have where you check your Temporal Defense Initiative and Terran Task Force ops records are up here next to this person. This is Sarish Mina. She offers those. And then you got this little area here. Miles O'Brien was in this area a lot. And what do we have here? Bridge officers. And then you can go into the captain's office, and there's a baseball for Commander Sisko, or Captain Sisko. Became a captain anyway. Started as a commander. And I don't think you can... No, you can't go that way. That door would lead around somewhere, but not in this game. And then this would be the turbo lift down. Or is that the transporter? Oh, that's the transporter, isn't it? Yeah, that's the transporter. This is a turbo lift, which doesn't quite look like the turbo lift in the show. I just watched an episode of DS9, and it looked a little different than that. It didn't quite look like that. It actually looked more like this, but this is actually the transporter, I think. Well, interesting. There's the view screen, which is actually really tiny here. You think it would be a lot bigger, but that's a real tiny view screen. And up there. So I'm interested to see what changes they make to ops, if they make any. And then back to Promenade. And that's it. That is the current DS9 pre-Victory is Life expansion. This is before the expansion has been released, so that we can see what DS9 is like right now. And then we will see what DS9 is like after. And so that's what I've got for the before DS9. And so what I'm going to do is I will wait until the expansion is released, and I will come back and I will do this exact same tour, but I'm going to do it after Victory is Life is released so that we can see what the new DS9 looks like, and now you'll have a comparison to the old one so that you can see what the old one was like and then the new one was like. So I will cut in right here with the new Victory is Life when that's released. Stand by. Hello, Captains. I am back. So now we are once again in Star Trek Online, but now the expansion, Victory is Life, has launched. So this is a couple of days after the expansion has launched, and we are now going to take a look at the brand new Deep Space Nine. So the exterior and interior of Deep Space Nine have been changed. Let's see what the updates have brought us. Let's approach Deep Space Nine. And now it should look different than what we saw before. And indeed, I can already tell it does. For one thing, even from afar here, let me turn off the HUD. I should have done that. There we go. It is much, much more colorful. Look at the red on here. Now, the size of it, I think, maybe has changed as well. It seems a little more stretched out or pulled out like it should be. Because remember, you got to have ships that fit in here and dock, which it looks like now there's room for. Actually, the sizing does look different. It looks like, see the ship sizes compared to Deep Space Nine? It actually looks like now you could fit multiple ships docking here, which is how it's supposed to be. Amazing. Remember, you can dock ships on the edge of these spires up here, and look, they got docking port windows now. And you can dock here on the ring part, and then also there's these little things sticking up here. These are also docking ports too. So this station can actually support a lot of ships docked to it. More than you think it does by just looking at it the first time. But wow, the exterior is definitely more detailed. Look at the detailing in here. Oh man, look at this. I mean, it's just much better now. The exterior definitely feels, it feels like DS9, and the scaling, yeah, I can tell it's bigger. The scaling feels so much better now. Flying my ship through here, I mean, I'm in one of these, and look at the size comparison here. I mean, there's a Defiant style ship. I mean, there's a Danube runabout. Yeah, I mean, the sizing is perfect. Look at this. It's a big station, and it feels big now on the exterior. Yeah, they did not do where you can see inside on the windows here, but you know what? I was watching some older DS9 episodes, actually, to catch up with the missions that they recommend watching those DS9 episodes. And on the exterior shots, you cannot see through the windows anyway, especially at the on the intro of DS9. It comes past here. It's white, just like this, so it's actually pretty accurate. Can't see inside anyway. But wow, this is just very much better. Very much better. Trying to find out, I don't know where the wormhole is at exactly. Oh, there it is. Perfect timing, calling for the wormhole, and it activates. If only a lot of things in life were like that. But there it is, perfectly lines up with DS9. Oh man, it looks good. Let's go down. Let's take a look underneath. Gotta look under the skirt, as it were. The core down there looks different. Definitely looks different right now compared to previously. Yeah, man, this looks good. Whew. There's a lot more detail. And then down here, look at the docking ports. It's like they got docking clamps and everything now. And windows. That scaling is perfect too. I mean, my ship fits right in there. I can dock it easily on DS9. This is great. So A+ on the exterior improvements. Definitely seeing a lot more detail there. As we come up here, we'll just Go over it one more time. It even fits these big Jim Hadar ships, you know, they can dock quite easily with DS9 as well. Plenty of room. Look, somebody's docked there with a Jimmy Bug. See, it looks perfect. It looks, I mean, it works, you know, it works. Okay, well, let's beam down because we've got to see what the interior looks like. Get ready, because this is exciting. And what do you know? We beam in, not in the hallway that we're used to, but we beam in a transporter room. An actual, honest-to-goodness transporter room. Look at this. Transporter pads. We can transport back to our ship by stepping into this room here. A transporter room. I mean, come on. Let's turn the HUD off while we do this. Actually, let's leave the HUD on. I'm going to tell you why, so that I can see the menu buttons to see what things are. A transporter room. And it's got a big gated door. That's just so cool. Oh my word. This is different, folks. This is huge. Actually, it's smaller. By size, I mean. And you know what? As heck is going on over here? Somebody's having a party. What's cool about the sizing of this new DS9 here, and there's stairs. What's cool about the sizing of this DS9 is this feels much more like the show. And it makes it feel like it's more populated. In the last iteration of Deep Space Nine, you will notice that it was very large, spread out, a little big, kind of like that, how the ships feels or used to feel, where it's just really large inside and unconventionally large. Now it feels better. It feels scaled better. It feels like the show. And believe you me, I've been watching some of the Deep Space Nine episodes to catch up on the missions, and this feels just like it should. This feels just like it should. This is perfect. The scaling here is perfect. This is what it should feel like. And the lighting too. Notice the lighting is so much better. And the colors are better too. The colors are just much better. And first of all, we've got stairs. And we can actually use them to get to the second level. So no more having to use just the turbo lift to get to the second level. You can get right up here to the second level with the stairs, which is what they used in the TV show. They had stairs, and now we have stairs. Okay, there's a lot of noise happening back there, so let's start over here where it's a little more quiet, and we'll go around. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got, what do we have here? We've got a Latinum exchange. So you got a Latinum store here. Let me move my interaction window up here. There we go. Got a Latinum exchange. Look at this. We got a singing Klingon chef with an accordion and everything. Purchase Klingon food from the Klingon chef. I like how both sides have stuff, you know. There's stuff on this side and there's stuff on this side. And then we come around to Quark's bar. Now this is very different. Check this out. In the show, obviously, there was this area where you could see into Quark's bar and I guess get served drinks out here on the outside too. And that's here now, and it's right in front of the Bajoran Temple. How crazy is that? But yeah, and look at this. We don't have to go to another instance to go inside Quark's bar now. We can just go inside Quark's bar. No separate instance to load. You're just right in there. So good. And it looks like we've got Morn to talk to. Of course, he's very talkative. And we've got, looks like Quark is back here. Quark is back here.
What can I get for you?
With his voice acting. So we actually have Quark in the bar. Interesting that Quark is back here in the bar, considering this is, 25, 30 years later after Voyager. 25th century is the time frame here. Also, I think he was like left with a large moon or something at the end of DS9. Don't know why he would come back to Deep Space Nine after all this time to just be a bartender. I don't know why he would do that. Didn't he become the Grand Nagus or something? Or was that Rom who was the Grand Nagus? Somebody was the Grand Nagus. So I'm not sure why he's here.
What can I get for you?
But okay, I guess he is here.
What can I get for you?
We got Hadron. We got Chief O'Brien's dartboard. Check this out, and we can play darts. How good am I? I'm okay. Cool. So you can kind of play darts here, and that's fun. The sizing and scaling is so much better here, too. Somebody's beaming out right there. And we can use the stairs to go upstairs. Here's the second level. And it looks like we can also warp there, first or third floor, using the buttons. We got tables up here, and look at this. This opens out onto the second tier promenade, just like the TV show. In the TV show, that's how it was. You could go right into Quark's bar from the second tier of the promenade. And so you can here in the game now, too. And now here is where Cyan is, if you need to talk to her. I think she's in a mission or something, you have to use her. And we can go up further to the third floor. Very exclusive up here. Like one table. And then another table. And then who is this over here? Garcon is up here. And there's some more stairs down, or I think you can still jump down. So that's good. You can jump right to the bottom if you need to. So Quark's bar is looking very good. Check this out. I mean, just incredible. And now we've got the temple, the Bajoran temple. And it looks like it's much smaller. This was like huge in the last version. But we actually have candles now. Candles everywhere. And there's the orb. I love that chandelier. And there's the orb. Can't really do anything with it. But much smaller temple now. It feels much better. Feels closer together. I like that. Feels more populated. Here's the turbo lifts to ops or the upper level, and look at the turbo lift design now. It actually looks like it does in the show. That is awesome. We will go to ops. We have to check out ops. Ooh, look at this room. What is this? Oh, this is the infirmary. We can treat our officers here, and just look at the menus here and stuff on the computer screens. I mean, they look so cool. They look just like they do in the TV show. These Cardassian menu system. Look at that. That's so cool looking. The colors are just really good. Look at this. There's all kinds of like stuff there stored up. This is cool. The infirmary. I guess there's only one bio bed though. A box. I mean, I have no idea why this box is here, but I like it. You know what I mean? I guess it's like this could be somebody's vendor space if they wanted to make it a vendor space or something. Now, this little window is interesting. See this little window? Now, there's somebody in there. We'll go check that out. But I noticed in one of the episodes of DS9 I just watched, this window was visible in that episode. So this is a real window that is seen in an episode of DS9, but behind it is like a vase. There's some kind of like vase or, you know, some kind of like artist kind of thingy back there just for looks. But now it appears there's an actual door back here because this is an area, this is a place, this is a thing. Negotiate a deal with this Orion here, Zazrit. has some stuff that you can buy from him. But check out his little dialogue here. Let's see if it pops up. It was popping up before when I came in here, but this guy's a little kinky. Stupid, sexy me. He's a little kinky. We'll just walk away from that. And we come into Garrick's Clotheries. So Garrick's shop is in here. How cool is that? And this would of course be the tailor, I'm guessing. Change our clothes and outfits. Ooh, look, there's the DS9 outfit, except they got the wrong badge on there. That's the TNG badge. They updated the badge in DS9. They also have, well, no, you know what? I guess that is a TNG outfit because the colors are reversed. It's like backwards. It's the other way on DS9. The gray is on the inside, and the pads and shoulders out here are colored, I think. But anyway, look at this. You've got changing rooms, and the curtains move. This is the coolest thing. It has physical curtains in here. Physics, guys. Star Trek Online has physical properties moving through cloth material, cloth physics in Star Trek Online. I guess we knew it had cloth physics because there are capes and stuff like that that do flow when you move around, so it has had cloth physics before, but I just find it really cool that it does have that. But yeah, a little changing room. That's just really cool. Hello. Like, why do people come in here? What are they doing? I don't know. Two guys in a changing room clothing curtained area. Nothing can go wrong there. Okay. And we've got mail access, and that's that room. The doors here, I mean, it's perfect. What it used to look like. We've got Frontier Devices. Little shop in here. Device merchants. Purchase some devices from them. I like these little shops, you know. We've got Vran kits. These are, I guess, kit items. These are Andorians. Yeah, we got science kits, engineering, tactical. Yeah, we got all our kit stuff here if you need kit stuff. So that's very cool. Again, the stairs is just awesome. Can we go into the rings? We can go into the docking rings. And this is perfect because this is what it looks like. This is what like the doors would look like and the docking ring area. Very detailed. And then the turbo lift. Turbo lift to the docking ring, I guess. That is just so cool. Turbo lift again. Ah, look at this. Jumja sticks. Bajoran Jumja stick. And this guy's clapping for them, so he's happy about all that. Order food and drink. We got a replicator here. Or a replimat, as they're called, on the station. We've got another mail access. Just a storage room, but, I mean, you know, cool that it's here and you can go into it. Just gives you more space to access. We've got turbo lift to ops, upper level. What do we have here? This is commodities broker, Yezrin and Kunzar, broker of commodities, in here. We have Alpha Quadrant Outfitters. So this is armor and stuff. That's very cool. Again, we can go through these docking areas, and I guess there are other people looking at this stuff too. I think we're getting close to where we started. It is a big circle, of course. That's an interesting... There's like a door in there in this cage thing. That's weird. Ship selection is here. We can manage our ships. We can acquire ships, customize ships, requisition ships, and repair ships here. And we've got shuttle information there. So this is the new ship area. I like how it's much more contained now and not just a huge room where everything's all spread out, but everything's like contained in a row, so it's easy to find stuff and get to stuff that you need real quickly. What do we have here? We've got oh, the bank and exchange. That makes sense. So you've got a bank access, and your exchange access. I like that it's all in one room like this. Easy to get to everything. Kind of crowded in there right now. That's the ship stuff. That's that. There's the transporter room we came in, so we've gone all the way around. And then just here's your mail. Talk to Adepta. Talk to General Kern. Kern is here. I am Kern, son of Bog, and warrior of the Klingon Empire. It is good to see you are well, General. Okay, talk to Adepta.
So this is the warrior that old Martok rattles on about?
Don't know who that is.
I expected a giant after all of his tales. Regardless, you've earned his respect, so you'll have mine. Try not to let it go to your head.
I'll do my best. So this is an eatery area, of course. Or you've got talk to a trader. Doffing and stuff like that here as well. Oh, we haven't gone into here. This is Constable Odo's office, who does not have Constable Odo here. This is Officer Rosina. And I'm guessing the brig is back here. Indeed it is. Starfleet Security Officer, I'm guessing that's DOF missions, and we've got people in the security field here. So that's the security office. Very important to have. And yeah, we're all the way back around to the singing chef. Let's go up to the second floor and just take a look at the second tier of the promenade. Love that you can just use stairs to get up here now. There's not anything up here because there wasn't in the show either. Got, of course, access to Quark's bar on this second level, so that's important. I like that that's there. But other than that, there's just, you know, not anything up here. It's more decorated, though. Oh, look at these banners. I didn't notice this before. We got the blue what? I don't know what that says. We got the claws, Cation claws, the blue, is that boars? Andoria? The New Berlin Craters, the Orion Buccaneers, the Ferengi Liquidators, I like that, and the Jupiter Station Symbols. So these are baseball banners, and that's really cool because obviously Commander Sisko created interest in baseball on Deep Space Nine. And they had many holodeck adventures on Deep Space Nine playing baseball, and I guess they created leagues and stuff here, and people are still playing it today in the 25th century. So that's cool. That's a nice throwback there, and I love those banners. I mean, that's really cool. And it looks like they've got a little bit of the outside lit up, some flashing lights out there, just to give it a little liveliness looking out the windows, which is quite cool because you definitely need that. And yeah, there's just nothing up here, but the paneling and the walls and everything is perfect, just like the show. There's some kind of nebula. We got a Mugatu handler is up here. He moved up here, I guess. This guy's literally sitting on the edge. That does not seem safe, my friend. I mean, literally, that does not seem safe or possible. And it looks like it kind of hurts. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, there's nothing up here, but It's cool that they did decorate it anyway and have given a little bit more life to it up here. There's groups of people and stuff. And somewhere the wormhole will show up through these windows. I don't know where, but somewhere. We're back to Quark's Bar, so we made a whole circle. Time to go to Ops.
Consider it done.
Wow. Okay. So much better than previously. First of all, the turbo lift finally looks like turbo lift from the show. And I guess, again, the transporter room is here. And look at this view screen. It's no longer like on the wall. It's like hanging now in midair. That is so, so cool. Temporal Defense Initiative and Terran Task Force Ops records are now here in this area. We'll visit the office in a second. This is the, I guess, science-y stations and all that. We got bridge officer training. Requisition bridge officers, turbo lift back to the promenade. I just love this. It's so colorful up here. Talk to Commander Adina Charles. She also has missions too. I've done some of these on other characters. Outreach, Chapel, System Patrol. I guess I haven't done my patrols in this area yet. Talk to Sarashmina. We got a Gorn up here. Ambassador Stoss, that's who that is. And of course this little area down here the chief would also work in. Who knows what was going on down here. And so cool. This area looks so much better now. And then there's the view screen. And windows. Looks so good. I guess we can't go up there. Always wondered what's up there. I guess just a lookout. And then the office. James Curlin now is here. And looking out the window. So this is where you'll find James Curlin. And that's pretty detailed out there. And the baseball is still there. The little couch that he had over here. A door. And this door did lead to the outside, but I guess we can't go out there now. Looks like a Klingon Kalto. I mean Klingon, Vulcan Kalto. Klingons certainly wouldn't do that. Okay, so this is very cool. Man, I love this new look of DS9. So in the previous DS9 video, you can compare it now to this new DS9, and you'll see they have made big changes to Deep Space Nine here, and I love the detail and changes that they've made here. It looks so much better, and it looks perfect compared to the TV show. Perfect. Now, after seeing what they can do with Deep Space Nine, and remember, we're using a new lighting system now. When the older Deep Space Nine was created for this game, the lighting model was different. They have since updated lighting to dynamic lighting and stuff, a little more modern of a lighting system, and they are able to do a lot more with it when creating a new map, because just transferring stuff over from the old system kind of sometimes didn't work with the lighting. But now that they can create a new model and new everything with the new lighting system, they can do a lot more with it. And now that I've seen that and see them do that, I really wish they would update other social areas in the game. For example, there are other star bases in this game that could go with an overhaul like this. Could be totally overhauled with the new lighting system in mind and look a lot better. In addition to that, those other star bases, even Earth Space Dock itself could go with another overhaul. It's had a couple throughout its time, or several, but it could go with another one because of the new lighting model. They could do even more with it, updating it with the new lighting model in mind. Because I don't think the last model was created with the new lighting model in mind, but now if they redid it, they could do that. And I think they could make it look even better than it looks now. So I would like to see this much detail and time and stuff spent on some other areas around the game, because they could really, really use an update like DS9 did. But anyway, I digress. They've done a good job here. And for this expansion, this is great. I cannot wait to see DS9 and the new missions I'm about to play. And it should be very exciting. I'm very excited about that. So there you go. Brand new Deep Space Nine. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of the new Deep Space Nine layout and design. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one.